Hey family, what's going on? Welcome to another video. I'm Michael.
I'm Emily.
And today we are going to continue our October theme of Halloween. So we're actually going to do 3 books today.
No,
4 books today. I went through and I was thinking about it long and hard. I know in the last video I said that I was going to be doing my own video of scary, but, or not video, but recommendation. But I thought about it for a while actually, and I don't really like scary books.
I do.
Yeah, you do, but I don't.
Middle grader one.
Yeah, but I don't really like scary books. I like comedy and things that make you laugh. So I don't really have a Halloween book. So I just decided I'm not going to do it. But Emily, however, was able to think of a few. So she's got 4 for y'all. And so they'll be ready for y'all for when Halloween time comes, or Fall Fest, or whatever you're celebrating. And so we're going to jump ahead straight into it. And Emma's going to bring us our first book, which is called
The Witch's Cat.
The Witch's Cat, which is, I'm going to turn up the brightness so y'all can see it. And I will be the one holding it. Oh, by the way, we've got new microphones. Leave it alone. And they're a little bit different. Hopefully they work out a little bit better than the other microphone that we have over there behind us. Actually, I think it's right there off camera. Or on camera. I'm hiding it, I know. But yeah, so The Witch's Cat.
And the Broomstick
Blunder. Now, there are...
This is the second book in the series, because there's only 2. But the last one is called, and I don't know, I don't remember what it's called, but it's The Witch's Cat and the something.
Yeah, I can't remember offhand. But it's written by Christy Watson and Magdalene
And
Salco.
the second book is the cat trying to make lunch for the witch, and she doesn't look very carefully at the instructions and doesn't.
Well, let's talk about this book, not that book. So this is.
I don't know, but that book is about a cat and a witch.
Mm-hmm. The cat decides she wants to ride on a broomstick, right?
Yeah.
Because she saw the witch do it?
Yeah, and she watches it very closely and see how she does it. So, that's the witch.
There's the witch right there. And as you can see, it's not a chapter book. It's very well drawn, very cutesy, and a lot of fun. And it's not scary at all. It's just a fun Halloween book.
Halloween book, but it's like made
Halloween
for
themed,
young kids.
Okay. So that's our first book.
Yes.
All right.
And then I don't think the second book's in mine, but let me see.
Please stand by. Oh, that was quick.
The Night the Monsters Came. That one's still for little kids, but it's like a really cute book because the kids hear monsters coming, and the little boy dresses up as a wizard, and the little girl says she's not afraid and dresses up as a fairy. And then they trick the monsters into thinking that they put a spell on them, and that's how they get the monsters to run away. But before they do that, the monsters think that they're nasty and grubby and stinky.
The kids are?
Yeah.
Well, it's because they are stinky, right? Are you kids stinky?
We aren't. And then the kids say, "We're not stinky and grubby. We're clean. Our teeth smell so fresh, and we had a bath before we went to bed."
All right, we're going to stop right there with the explanation. Because we know how Emily likes to go a little bit too far with telling the story. That's all right. So, The Night the Monsters Came. Highly recommended for what age group would you say?
I'd say 3-year-old maybe.
3 or older, so for littler kids.
Yeah,
okay, so something a little fun, something for them to read. Okay.
Yeah, like a spooky book for little kids. And then I'd say this one right there.
Okay, and this one is by D.A. McGrath. It is called
Under the Light of a Full Moon. It's like a fiction book.
Well, all these are fiction.
And it's like...
Pause. What's the difference between fiction and nonfiction? Ruh-roh. We don't know. That's all right. That's what these are for, right? So fiction means it's made up. Somebody made it up. Nonfiction is a true story.
Oh, okay. So this one.
So all the books that we've looked at are
fake.
fiction. Yes.
this one, Light Under the Light of a Full Moon, is about a girl who has an aunt who's a shapeshifter, and and the girl doesn't know about it until she keeps having these weird dreams, and her aunt finally tells her and teaches her how to shapeshift. So she shapeshifts into a dog and a horse.
A dog and a horse?
Yeah.
So it says under the full moon.
Yeah, it's only under a full moon.
It's only under the full moon. Is this one full of pictures or is this a chapter book?
It's just a chapter book with no pictures.
No pictures. So it's a chapter book. Let's see if I can find how many chapters this book has in it. It looks like it has...
Yeah, Light Under the Full Moon.
Yep, so by D.A. McGrath, they have Light Under the Full Moon, Gypsy Curse, A Gypsy Secret, Gypsy Legends, The Quest for Peace, A Gypsy Twist, and A Gypsy Dilemma.
And we have the first book.
We have the first one. We haven't read the other ones yet.
No.
But this is the first one. Do you think you would ever get the next books?
It depends if they're good.
Well, it depends on if they're good. But what I'm saying is if you had the opportunity to buy another book by them,
yes,
you would.
I probably would.
You probably would because it's such a good book.
Yeah, and it's shape-shifting, and I like shape-shifting.
So she goes on an adventure. Which one does she turn into first? A horse or the dog?
She turns into a dog.
The dog first. Okay, so why does she shapeshift into a dog?
Because her aunt says that's the easiest one because she knows a neighbor that has a dog, so she just imagines that one, and she turns into that, and then she has to imagine her own body to turn back into.
Gotcha. So it's easier to picture a horse or a dog than it is to picture an animal you don't see normally. That makes sense. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next book. And now...
It's a middle grader book.
One of the things that we have been doing with this today is we're talking about books that are progressively a little bit either spookier or a little bit weirder as we progress. Okay, now this one's by Scott Peters, and this is called...
Two of the books.
This is called...
Mystery of the Egyptian Mummy. And it's Detective Zet series book. And they have like little pictures in it.
There's all the chapters.
And we have one of the other books.
Well, we're not going to talk about the other book. We're going to stick on this one. Okay, so out of the two books, why did you pick this one?
Because it's like a spookier one, because I wouldn't recommend it for little kids. It says action-packed middle grader fiction finder.
What is middle grader?
Older than me.
Older than you, yeah. So middle grader would be probably 12, 13, 14. But
it's like...
So it's a little bit spookier.
It's like...
Did you have a hard time reading this book because it was scary?
A little.
A little
because
bit.
I'm like, oh, that's crazy. Oh no, that's super scary.
Was it scary as in it's scary, or scary as in it's gross? Because I don't like gross books. I don't like gross movies either, where they just try to make you, it's nasty. I don't want to see that. I don't want to read that. I like fun, and like I said, I'm more of a comedy person.
Yeah. It's like funny and a little lots more spooky than the other books, but at the same time, it's a really good book. But I would recommend it for older kids because, like, some of the parts you would like be a little scared, like when Zet and.
Are you giving anything away? You are, aren't you? Okay, so we're gonna stop her right there. See, she just loves spoiling books. But it's because she gets so excited because we love books so much, right? We actually read quite a bit. All of us do in the family.
Mama listens to audiobooks.
She listens to audiobooks.
We read books all day.
I'm a book reader and audiobook person. But this book here, not for the little kids. A little bit scary. Is it comedy? Does it make you laugh at all? Or is it just more like
only spooky.
Nervous type.
I'd say it's a little funny, but not super funny.
So it's not like Diary of a Wimpy Kid type comedy?
No.
No. Okay. Very serious.
No.
And the nose. Okay, the nose. So it's very not Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Okay.
No, like maybe a little
So they have
pinch
tiny
of it.
bit of humor here and there.
Yeah. It's
Okay,
like
so this wouldn't be my type of book.
Spooky.
But if you want spooky mystery type deal, I bet this would be the one to
Because it's
have.
about two boys and two girls go get a boy and a girl get caused by him,
The Mummy.
the mummy, and they just try. Their little baby brother starts to cry, and then they think it's because the cause affected Apu, which is the baby's name, APU.
Apu? Okay.
I can't think.
Where does this take place at? Egypt, right?
Egypt. And their father.
Do they say a city like Cairo or?
It's where Princess Margaret. They called her Princess Margaret.
Princess Margaret.
Marmenta. Princess Margaret. They called her Princess Margaret.
Okay, so it's a make-believe princess too, unless there's a real one that I don't know about. All right, well, but it sounds like an interesting book. Sounds like something that other people that aren't me, because like I said, I like comedy, so things that appeal to me are, funny books. But I like tricking too, so that would also be in. But I couldn't think of any tricking books. So if y'all can think of any tricking books that would be good for us, go ahead and leave them down in the comments and let us know.
April one. It's called April Fools.
Yeah, but I meant for
Barnyard
Halloween. Okay, so yeah, if you know any books that are good for tricking, not good for teaching to trick, but like funny books about tricking people for Halloween that are good natured and not spooky, because I don't do spooky books. I just don't really care for them. But let us know down in the comments and we'll check them out, and maybe you'll see a video in the future. But that's going to do it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed. Hope you check out any of these books, and hope you have a safe and happy Halloween. Love, peace, and chicken grease.
Love, peace, and chicken grease.
Hey everybody, I'm Emily.
Let's say that again. I'm not like